G'day and welcome back for more Mission Improbable. I'm really happy with how the base has gone and I'm pleased that a few people have liked the general design. I've got a mission to go and do, but before I do that, what I thought I would try and do is clear some of my contracts. Now I think these ones, yeah, the ENSL ones, the ones from the Enlightened Settlers, that's Yesla Station here. So what do they want me to do? They would like some steel plate, some radio communication components and nickel ingot and things. So what I'm going to do is make a little cargo container and take it over there to the connector. That's all. Simple. I'm hoping I can grabby hands it, but if I can't, I can use the dragonfly to do it. The reason I need this is that the missions that need to be completed, some of them require more stuff than I can hold in my inventory at once. So if I can put it into this cargo container, I can then complete it, and this can just kind of stay on the base for when I need it. Should I put a battery on it? I probably don't need a battery. Do I need a battery? We'll find out. Can I jetpack with this? Yes, I can. Sweet. This is going to be super easy. If I need a battery, I can always bring it back out. Now, I'm not putting the components in this, because with the components in it, it's going to be too heavy. Spin it around. Oh, I'm so happy that So, with spinning this around, you might notice how much better this is going. I have to say big thank you to the mod author for reducing the torque there. It's so much better. So much better. Okay. So, let's go grab all of the bits that we need and see if we can complete all these quests. I don't have enough radio communication components to complete that bit. I do have enough steel plates. Let's go put that in. Part of the reason I thought I'd cull this list is so that I could try and see if I've got enough money to buy something that has cargo capacity, so I can have the dragonfly for quick scouting stuff that I want to just go quick, do like short trips or long trips where I don't need to carry much, say when I'm delivering this encrypted data storage over to Fraser Station on the other side of the planet, that sort of thing. But have something that's more of a cargo carrier to do the salvage missions with a quicker turnaround. Okay, so we've got steel plate, radio communication, nickel ingots. I don't have those. No, but I do have a basic refinery I can build, so let's build a basic refinery. Oh, and speaking of things that I can build, let's update my list, because you guys were great in coming up with all the things that I'd missed. And there was quite a clever idea for where else to put this list. So there we go, that is the full list, I think. I think that covers all the important stuff anyway. There will be a few bits and pieces that maybe I didn't have, or maybe I already had, but we'll go with this for now. I think that covers nearly everything. But the cool place that I was suggested to put this, which I think will work, is if I create a faction, and then in the faction description, I can paste this list. This is now a list that comes with me, and I can edit wherever I'm at. So if I find a block, I can just quickly delete it from here, and then update this whenever I get back, which is really quite cool. That was a really clever idea. Okay, basic refinery, let's get that nickel at the front. Gonna need some silicon. How many motors have I got? I got enough for that. So what am I doing with this texture? Oh, I can't change it now. I can't paint in here. Oh well, that's the texture that just is. I've had a decent number of comments about weirdness that people have noticed with the shadows and such around here. It's all thanks to this safe zone. I've tried something to see if I could get rid of the safe zone but keep the station invulnerable to damage. But the things that I've tried so far haven't worked. The one that I tried, it made the station invulnerable, but it also made it stop being a trade station, so it stopped giving missions or allowing me to complete them. So there were some concerning issues with that, but I may keep looking into other ways to try and see if I can get rid of the distortion effects of the safe zone. I'd really like to. If anyone knows of a way to do that, let me know, because I'd really appreciate it. It'd be great to just have the safe zone still be a thing, but not be visible. Need magnesium powder. Oh, that's the 12 mil one. Okay. Don't think I've got enough magnesium for that. I should probably start refining it. And maybe think about getting a drill ship as soon as I can, so that I can get the magnesium for that. Hooray! Tiny bit of money. Well, that's a bit more money. 550k. Another reason I really wanted to finish up these contracts was that if I can, then I can accept more. But I'd actually reached the limit of the number that I can accept. Okay, how much money do I have after this? 1.2 million. Nice. So what is available in the store? And how expensive are they? There's nothing that mines, which is unfortunate. But I can afford this light supply craft. And one of the advantages Ooh, maybe not with that one. I'm just looking at the cockpit trying to decide what it is. But with this Civic Hauler, one of the advantages of this is then I get access to the better cockpit. Yeah, see, that one's a rover cockpit. I don't want that one. I want this one. Because it's got an enclosed cockpit, and that means I won't die. But with none of them being mining vehicles, and only a medium cargo container, that's probably not all that worthwhile to me. Anything I can sell? I can sell some of these thruster components, though. Bulk acquisition contract for thruster components, I will accept that. May as well take this cobalt one, too. Not gonna take the platinum, though. It's a stupid amount of money, but it's just not, I'm not ever gonna manage that. Okay, I need to, yep. Alright. I've made the decision. I need to buy a mining ship. Because I've got 2 contracts for magnesium. That is my current goal. Let's go out and buy a mining ship and get that. See how much money I've got left after I do these missions. Or see which ones of them I can actually get done. Given I want to buy a mining ship, if I can buy a bigger one, that's better. Because then I get more bits. So if I can sell off a bunch of these components that I'm hopefully able to replace relatively easily, then I should be able to buy a better mining ship if that's available. Or maybe if a mining ship's not available, I buy myself a large grid, all atmosphere capable ship, because that'll be great for going out and picking up the wreckage. Because I won't be limited by the small grid kind of capacities. Hey, 6.5 million. Oh, yeah, I can't complete any of the other ones just now. Gonna need the mining ship to do that. Cool. Now let's just quickly check the store, because it's about to refresh. Now, has that refreshed and given me something different? No. Same vehicles. Okay, so we're probably not going to get a mining ship here, but the other station we might. I could sell off more of my gravity components, but I do have almost 7.9 million credits. And that gets you up into the larger end of the small grid ships. Doesn't get me into the large grid ships. But both of these I think have jump drives, so that's possibly why they're so expensive. So now that I've got all this cash, I do really need to get to the other station to check out what it's got for sale. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is grab the rover, complete the mission that's nearby here for Yesla Station, go collect the stuff, bring that back, and then I'll fly over to the other base via the missions that I've currently got for it. And away we go! What ship have we got this time? Atmo thrusters, hydrogen thrusters, there's gyro on the back. What else has it got? Any new blocks? New. Does have a turret, but I already had interior turrets. And for the turrets, I was thinking we'll go with... I need to find regular turrets, and I need to find fixed weapons. That's it. Keep it real simple. Because I just don't want to have to keep track of which ones I've actually unlocked. So that just makes it hard. Now we got connector. Doesn't look like we got anything else. Yeah, well. So I'll grind it down for parts. If any of these shuttles look particularly well suited, once I've got drills, I'd be really tempted to dig one of them out and just turn it into my ship. Partially because I think it'll be fun to do. Oh, event controller, nice. There we go, we got that now. That's factions. Now I definitely do. Now this hydrogen tank almost certainly has hydrogen, but I'm actually going to grind it down. Yeah, how much has it got? 49%. Yeah, it's just a bit far.
Inventory.
And I've got O2H2 gens, and I'm going to be buying a mining ship. So I just don't think it's worth it. I wonder if these salvage missions are always going to be... Oh. Should probably check if there's anything useful in here. Oh, explosives. I wonder if these salvage missions are always going to be these smaller wrecks, or if I have a chance to get like that giant colony wreck, or the farming thing, because there's a farm setup, and I'm hoping I can get that farm setup, because that farm setup would be all of my food blocks in a single thing. So that would be fantastic. There we go, all done. Let's head back to base. Ah, it is fun doing this. I'm really enjoying trying to come up with new camera angles for the way that I'm traveling, so that it's not always just me driving from first person, same thing over again. I'm totally gonna take this. I think there's a good chance I'll use this method of capturing extra angles when I'm just playing normally, even without any third-person restriction. Just got some more interesting perspective. It's much more interesting than just having the vehicle there right in the center of your screen and just going like, alright, fine, sure. Salvage contract, finish. Hooray! And I hope I'm not wrong. And that there's actually no mining ships available on the planet. Because if I can't make drills, that's gonna suck. I just kind of assumed. So I figured it made sense. I should grab some food. Oh, hang on, I've got an oxygen bottle. I should make an O2H2 gen. I'm just gonna slap all this stuff here for the moment with the very urgent intent to move these things once I've got a place for them properly in the building. But because I've got an oxygen bottle, which I think has now gone to the O2H2 gen, and it has, I bring that with me since I'm going to be sitting in an open cockpit on Mars. Probably a smart idea. A little bit of preparation makes for a safer journey. Alrighty. Now we are going to head to as many of the salvage things as I can. I'll mark them. I'll collect their stuff, like the bit that I need. And then I'm going to head on to Fraser Station. I think that encrypted data storage I'm holding is for Fraser Station as well. I so wish places like that ore processing facility over there was something we could interact with more. It'd be really nice if they had little missions like these, return something to the nearby trade station sort of thing. Just something some reason to go to them, rather than being just an area denial facility, because that's really what they are. Unless you're going full on pirate, you're not going to interact with them, because you're not going to go over there and steal the stuff, unless you're a pirate. Unless you're going down that route and you're happy for that faction to hate you. Like, there's a part of me that's thought about the possibilities of, let's call it corporate espionage, where I go into one of those, try and take out the turrets, so that I can then go in and get their refineries if one of them has one of those, that sort of thing, or an assembler. But honestly, I'd rather do that against the pirates. And there's a chance that a pirate encounter could spawn out here. If that happens, I totally want to go for it. One advantage of trying to complete the missions this way is I get to see what these wrecks are and see if any of them are worth traveling, currently with a rover, all the way to them. Because I can claim them. I've got no PCU limits, so the claim is no issue. So I can keep them as a wreck that I can go recover at any point. But if they've got something good, I can make the journey sooner. But also this gives me an opportunity to unlock the blocks if they've got something particularly good before I even get to go and get their materials. Because say it's got an assembler or a proper refinery, then I'm in a really good spot. But I don't think this one's big enough for that. In fact, this looks rather small. Ion thrusters though. Oh! 110 platinum? Oh, that is worth money. That is worth so much money. Oh yeah. Now where's the kitchen? Because it's got the bit that I need. This stowage, don't really care about zone chips. There we go. And I may as well take these red pellets while I'm here. Okay, any other blocks that would be nice? Let's just check again on the list. Broadcast controller. Nah, nothing too exciting there, but the platinum, that's huge. That's worth a lot of money and is not big. So that's really handy. Oh, I need to actually GPS where this is. Slash GPS. We're going to go rec ions. Because that's going to help me identify which ones are worth going to when. Say I get another quest to pick up more thruster components, that'll be really handy to do then. Right, if we go to this next one. I just turned on the GPSs for the two other trade stations. I've got to head to Fraser, but I might try and head to Boyle's Hall if I've got enough power left. Because if it's possible I could get... Oh, wait a second. Oh. I just had a thought about power. I was actually really worried about it. But if I go to one of these salvage sites, I can recharge at it, assuming it's got a connector. Because I've got a connector on this, I just got to park on it. Like, I just got to fit it out with the right type of connector. And I'll be able to take all the power from the batteries on them. Oh yeah. Hopefully. I might want to start collecting the bits for a connector to increase the likelihood that this is going to be possible on this journey. Is this a different ship or is this the same ship again? Oh, this one's different. It's got a big flat mode. This actually looks like a bigger encounter, so maybe they do have all of the different encounter ships as salvage sites, not smuggle sites. Salvage sites. Yeah. Oh, this increases my hopes that there's one that you can get a farm one. The abandoned farmstead. Maybe. Because this is my O2H2 gen again. More platinum! 217 kilograms of platinum. That is massive. Truly massive. Also, I'm glad they fixed the beds so that I can actually get access to those goods. That could have been a problem. Ooh, it's got a refill station. Nice. So I must have unlocked those. Good. I thought I had. I couldn't remember. Because I've wrecked this wreck before. Okay, let's have a look what's on its list. See if there's anything I should grab at the moment. Air vents, atmo thrusters, flat modes, heat vents, large flat mode, no. Nothing jumping out at me. So we'll mark this one as a potential for refit and rebuild. I reckon. This could be a good little atmo carrier for around here. It's got one ion thruster, but that can be easily replaced. But because it's got the big flat mode, I think, is it mostly intact on this one? Oh yeah. Yeah, so this could be capable of hauling a Rex. It could be a great little salvager. It is a long way to travel to try and recover it though, which is a downside. Alright, off to Boyle's Hall I think, because it's actually closer. Man, so much platinum. Wasn't expecting that. I feel like I've visited this crater before. Sometime, somewhere. Please sell some good ships. What's in your shop? We have a buddy miner. Hey, nice. Little Atmo miner, 1.5 mil. Not too shabby. Or save up 16 mil for this Atmo-based hauler. Hey, hey. Cool. So I do have a mining ship I can buy. I'm not sure I'm going to buy this one though, because I've still got to get to the other place. Looking at the acquisition contracts here, it seems like this place could be a decent spot to earn some quick cash to buy up some vehicles, because it's all ores and ice. So I gotta keep that in mind as to whether whether I need a way to haul stuff here and back to my existing base, because I don't think I'm gonna move my base. I think that feels like a bit too much work. Especially when I can sell ingots there and ingots sell for more. Suppose I should buy the hand drill while I'm here, just to complete my set. Oh, if I buy some coffees, I can also boost my health a bit. Because drinking a coffee does boost your health a tiny amount. I think yeah, heal value 5% for clan colas and cosmic coffees. Cool. Start chowing down on those to fill up my food and fill up my health a bit. And on to the next station. Something that was asked in the comments and I was curious about was whether the Control G menu would have the ability to add your character items, food items, that sort of thing to your hotbar. And no. It really should be... I think it would kind of make sense to allow people to place food items on their hotbars while in a cockpit by pressing Control G. It would give another use for that, given how rarely that's used as a feature. The Control G thing, that is. Hey, I get to finish a contract. I'm going to abandon the ones that are off planet. Cleared out a little bit. This is my contract list now. It's still long, but it's better than it was. And what is in the store here? So, cool. Ooh. There's actually a few options here. There's a Sapper, which is a hydrogen-based miner. A Civic Hauler, Mini Merchant, Buddy Miner, Hall Frame C, which looks to be hydrogen. Oh! The Horizon Forge is an atmospheric construction vessel. It can refine ores and fabricate components on site. Aha! That, I think, is the ship that I need, because that seems like it would be almost guaranteed to have an assembler. So that's how I'm going to get an assembler. Right, 20 million space credits. And I have just shy of 8 million. Cool. Do I want to buy a miner to fly home with? probably should. Alright, I'm going to go for the atmospheric miner. It's a bit more expensive, but being Atmo means that I don't have to worry about paying for fuel because I've already got power infrastructure. Does look pretty small, and I should be able to make that money back pretty quickly by refining some magnesium. Alrighty. That's been purchased. Now, how the heck am I going to get all this home? That's going to be my best option. I'm thinking maybe I check out the body miner to begin with anyway. So we now have an enclosed cockpit. Great. It's got an interesting mix of flatmos. Does it have anything else on it that's interesting or valuable to me? Event controller. What's the event controller doing? Cargo filled. Turning off the drill, I presume. Oh, yeah. I think I picked well. I forgot. I forgot how much harder first person only is going to make mining. I didn't even think about mining. And this doesn't have a camera. Nuts. Options for getting home. Link the two vehicles together. Fly home in one, come back in the come back via jetpack? How far is Yesla? 80 kilo. I'm not jetpacking 80 kilometers. I don't want to leave the Dragonfly behind either. But I do need to get this home more than I need to get that home. Oh, this wasn't the plan, but it should have been. On the plus side, not gonna have to worry about storms now, because I'll have enclosed cockpits and I'll be able to fit these to everything. So plan now is head back to Yesla Station, see if I can do some mining. But with drills, I can now also excavate a vehicle if I need to, if I want to. But since I'm going to be buying something fairly large, maybe that's not the way to go anymore. Which is a bit sad, because I do always love digging up a vehicle and repairing it and making it my own. Wait a second. Shipping platform. And because I'm friendly with them, can I do stuff with that now? I was talking before about how I kind of hope that I can do something with these. Let's see what happens when I go near a green one. It does say security grid active. If I get shut up, this is going to be very upsetting. Okay. There's a platform. There's a shop symbol. Just hop out. Oh, the door doesn't open. Got a power efficiency module. Don't see anything in there that suggests I can actually interact with these, no matter what my level of friendliness is with them. Does suggest, though, apart from the drones, I wonder how difficult it would be to take out, say, a space pirate version of one of these things, if I ever come across one. Like, how armored actually are they? Oh, there's magnesium here too. I don't want to fly with a load of magnesium. I'll find some much closer to Yesla Station. There's no ore that's going to appear within a 5-kilometer radius of the Yesla Station, so I think I might be actually at the ore limit here. You can see all these grey deposits there and then nothing here, which means it's probably a good opportunity for me to look, search for and find the nearest magnesium deposit. Or a gold deposit. If I search all these nearby ones, at least it's going to keep my distance traveled between the station and the mining site as short as possible. It is one of the downsides of settling next to a trade station. You will not have ores nearby. 5 kilometers each way isn't terrible, but it's not great either. And I'm going to need to mine a lot, and I mean a lot of magnesium. Silicon, nickel, and magnesium. Brilliant. Alright, magnesium. Let's get some of you first. See how mining goes in first person. I might need to get a camera. Or two. We'll just cut through the nickel. I don't need to worry about destroying nickel. There's so much. Okay, does this thing have ejectors? Oh, control panel. Do you have sorters? No. Right. Well, that's gonna be a thing. Then, tells me its cargo's full. So then inventory, can get it into the cockpit. So I can at least eject some of the stone. So I'd really rather not bring stone back with me. Okay, Let's get out of here without crashing. Definitely advantages to having such a short, stubby miner for first-person mining. Much less likely for me to smack the back end. I have a tendency to make my miners a bit too long for this style of flight, so I'm going to need to keep that in mind. So this trip has collected about 25,000 kilos of magnesium ore. Off the top of my head, I don't know how much that converts to with a basic refinery into, well, it's not ingots, it's powder, magnesium. But I kind of need to find out. Because what I'd like to do is figure out how many times I'm going to need to go back there in order to collect a total of 1,400 kilos of magnesium powder. Oh, 8 minutes left on the battery. Okay, so we're going to have to make a connector fairly quickly. Hop out. Oh. Yeah, I'll just use this landing pad. Scrape along the deck until the connector... Whoops. I'm close. Until I fry the deck. Scrape along it until I fry it. Yes, that's definitely what I was saying. I grab 100 kilos of magnesium and refine that to figure out what the refining rate is. 0.49 kilos of magnesium powder for 100 kilos of ore. And if we round that to 0.5 just to make the numbers a bit simpler, it means we're going to need about 280,000 kilos of magnesium ore for the contracts. Just to give myself some extra buffer, and because I'm going to need to make weapons anyway, I should probably be mining about 300,000. With this little miner, that means 12 trips. So it's not terrible. It's really not terrible. 12 mining trips. I could do that. And then spend about 3 years refining it. I have no idea how I'm going to go about about collecting the dragonfly. It's yeah, it's going to be gone for a while. Apparently it was a single-use vehicle, which I hadn't intended, but I honestly hadn't thought through what I was going to do if I bought a vehicle. And that's exactly what I ended up doing. Cool, so now I've just got to get the conveyor linked to that. Back over to here. Now obviously with the buying of more ships and things like that, I still want to have this base, because it's my safety net. It's where I'm going to have my clone facility. Don't want to go putting that on a ship that I could crash somewhere. I'm also doing a terrible job with this conveying because I just don't know where I want to put it. I just want this connected now, or as soon as I can, since I think a lot of this facility that I built initially is possibly not going to get used. There we go. We're hooked up. Cool, I did have enough parts. I don't need to be carrying that. I do want to go over here, and I think this was the station that was buying platinum. Yeah. Does it have a contract for platinum though? Because that'll pay even more. Interior plates, solar cells, displays, nickel, fruit, thruster components, steel tubes, gravity components. Should possibly take this cobalt one. Just become a trader in ingots. 'Cause that's another 1.8 million. Cobalt does take a long time to refine, but but there's no reason I can't just build a whole bunch of refineries. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so no platinum trading, but I can sell 100 of it for that, and I will. And then the store's going to refresh in just a couple of seconds. Let's check the acquisitions again. I'm so glad that the acquisition contract I got after the reset that was for platinum was for such a large amount that I was never going to have it anyway. So that's okay. Yeah, I'm just going to sell it. Yeah, 19 million bucks! Cool. So let's go to my faction list. Let's edit this and remove the blocks that I've now got, which are enclosed cockpits and drills. And the list has shrunk a little bit more. So now that I've become a refinery facility, I should probably plan a second building connected to this one that is a refinery facility. something that's potentially, given how long it's going to take me before I find a large refinery, I suspect, potentially going to be just basic refineries and a whole bunch of them. Not sure how I would like to do that, but I would like to do that. At the moment, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a few of them down here and see how many I can get built. And whether I need to go out and get some more materials to make some more. Wow, I've actually got enough to make 8 basic refineries. Alright, with all those running, how's my battery looking? Fully depleted in 3 hours, so I'm going to need more wind turbines too. Increase my power input. I'm going to probably need to have a substantial increase in power across the station to manage to refine all the stuff that I'm going to need to.
Fuel low.
Uh-oh.
Fuel critical.
Oh boy. Yeah, those fuel warnings. They really want to get you. Going out and collecting another load of magnesium. I might try and get a couple done, maybe? See how the power situation looks on the miner after doing a couple of loads. But I feel like now I've got a reason to stay at base and keep working here, building up more money, mining the stuff that I can actually refine, sending it back to the station, selling it off, that sort of thing. Building up a big stockpile of cash to then fly back to Fraser Station and buy up a few ships there, because they have more options. And they've got, I think, pretty much the same options that I've got here, but they've just got more of them. Although, having said that, I do get a discount here. Because I'm building up better reputation with the station here with ENSL, I'm getting better prices. I'm not sure it's going to matter all that much, because getting money once you can refine stuff, if you got somewhere to sell the refined output, it really doesn't seem that difficult. Maybe a bit time consuming, but certainly not difficult. Let's see how many mining trips it takes before I crash this thing irrevocably and have to fly over to Fraser Station to buy a new one. Just to replace this for my own... Oh, maybe I should have bought 2 of them. Now that I think about it, that probably wouldn't have been a terrible plan. Buy 2 miners at once, get myself a backup. Could, of course, build one, but part of the challenge with building one right now in my current circumstance, I need to have enough components to actually build it. Well, I do seem to have a decent supply right now. They are going to run out at some point. I can't make any new ones right now. Okay. Well, that's inconvenient. Possibly shouldn't have done this. So I appear to now be stuck. And grinding these down is going to take a while. So that appears to be my only way out of here. Yeah, in the future, I think I should probably go up to the surface, dump this, and then come back down. Or just make a stone ejection system that pops it out the back. There is a reason most of my mining ships poop stone, so that it doesn't, where it goes out the back or it goes down out below. Because having it pop out the front as a little stone vomiter, not exactly as helpful as proven here. Although with smaller chunks, it's probably not as big an issue. But then there is the problem of your drills actually pick these up. So if you drop them onto your own drills, they kind of defeat the purpose. Oh, I just realized. Maybe I'm thinking about the mining all wrong. Maybe instead of continuing doing lots of trips with this miner, what I need to do is go build a fixed piston-based apparatus to mine out all of that magnesium. Although I would like to have at least a hinge, if not a rotor. Either of them I think I could make do with to make the mining really efficient. But if I can make drills and I can make pistons, I can make a fixed grid mining setup where I don't have to fret about not being able to see around. And it gives me a good reason, and let's be real, I've never needed a good reason, but I like one, a good reason to actually build a fixed setup. And then I could use a rover to transfer the materials from there back to this base so that I can then refine it and sell it. Kind of like that plan. Kind of like it a lot. I'll have a think about it. See if I can come up with a nice piston-based setup that's going to get through a good chunk of the magnesium. Or see if I can spot one of the ships that has a hinge or a rotor in it. Yeah. Yeah. Things to ponder, things to ponder. Resist the temptation to fly up quickly. Resist the temptation to fly up quickly. Oh. I almost just boosted out of that hole so fast. That could have gone so wrong. There's another hailstorm. Make me glad I've got an enclosed cockpit. I'm a little bit sad that I didn't get the opportunity to actually test out the Dragonfly versus a hailstorm. Because that would have been a bit of fun. The drama of rushing through a hailstorm, trying to get out as quickly as I can so I don't get hit by enough pieces of ice that I'll die. Something I'll need to do for this landing pad is put down some lights or some sort of indication that I'm in the right location for the connector. 26% per trip. So I could do 2 trips relatively easily and without too much risk. Ow! And that's where I'm going to wrap things up for today. I'll be back with some more of this really soon, and I will see you then.